On the rebound, that's what I'm seeing for you Capricorns. That's in the Chariot card with the Four of Wands down here. Now, why are we on the rebound? Well, obviously when that happens, it's because you came out of a relationship, and that is shown by these cards up here. The unpleasantness from the Three of Swords and the Six of Swords, that is the Six of Swords is accepting something that was difficult to accept. Three of Swords is just straight up pain, right? So this is not a great situation, and with the Queen of Wands here, you guys are trying to figure out what happened. How can I do this better next time? Like, what happened and why? Okay, so the 7 in the mind are just reiterating what I just said, trying to figure out what happened. The mind with the 7. Up here, you liked this person. There was something really good about this relationship. There was a sweetness to it. Maybe there was a lack of passion, or at least that's how it ended up. Maybe it fizzled out. But there was a sweetness to it and you liked it, and that's why you're kind of hung up on it. And that's also why it's the Six of Swords and you're having a hard time accepting it. On the bottom, I did see the Princess, which is like a card of youthful naivete, perhaps. So maybe one or both people were like young, immature. Maybe they didn't know themselves. Maybe they didn't know what they wanted. And then you got into something and one person figured out that that wasn't what they wanted, right? So that can happen because with the Princess, someone's growing up. And when that happens, people are changing. So apply that, as it applies. Let's get advice for Capricorn. Advice for my Capricorns. And these questions might be running through your mind as you're on the rebound, as you are engaging in new relationships. You're asking these questions that are referencing, well, you're comparing this relationship to what happened, and you're asking yourself, well, and you're just trying to discover what went wrong based on your current situation. The Moon and Temperance are asking you to process your emotions, okay? The Moon is your emotions. It is almost like the shadier side of your emotions, the emotions that cause you to take actions that you're not even aware of. That's the Moon. So Temperance is to sit with it, integrate. It's sort of like sit in silence and really think about or feel your situation, feel your emotions, and process what happened. Don't just rebound into the next relationship and try to figure out what happened based on that. I think if you just sit alone, you could figure out what happened without having to experiment to figure out what happened with these other relationships. And then down here is what we're processing. So the Four of Cups is the memories that are attached to these emotions from the past, the memories you had with this person. The Nine of Swords is the stress that's gonna come up. That's gonna be the triggers that the memories are going to trigger, right? So thinking about these things from the past is going to trigger stress, the Nine of Swords. But you have to do this. Seven of Pentacles. This is like just doing it. One step at a time. That's the Seven of Pentacles. It's like taking one step, it's like going up a flight of stairs, right? One step at a time. You just gotta sit with your emotions. You can't just rebound from one relationship to the next without processing what happened, okay? That is not a good strategy. That is not a healthy strategy. Let's pull advice with the Oracle cards. More advice? Need more advice. I think these cards came out just to set your mind at ease, guys, because I have Venus, the Knight, and then the Staff. This is the Knight in shining armor, okay? This is the person who is going to, who you're gonna have a connection with. Look, this is the Staff male, Venus female, right? This is your Knight in shining armor. Now, Sagittarius with the number 7 means he's not here now. He will get here in the future. Sagittarius is far future. So rather than go from one relationship to the next that isn't going to work, wait, because eventually there is going to be the right person. And if you just sit with yourself, you can learn what happened without going from relationship to relationship. And then when the time is right, this person will enter your life and you'll be in a better place because you'll actually have processed your emotions from all the relationships that you've had, rather than being stuck in this pattern and cycle of relationships but not learning anything from them because you're not giving yourself time. Having a healthy emotional state is going to help you find this person in the future, but you have to be comfortable with the fact that this person is coming in the future and there's no reason to rush it. You guys are trying to rush it, okay? All right, Capricorns, that is your reading. Thank you all so much for being here. If this did resonate, don't forget to like the video and follow the channel if you want to see more of these.